Okay guys, I'm doing this video, something very strange happened last night. I've had many encounters that maybe y'all have seen on YouTube about the thing that happened at Starbucks with that kid that was demonically manifesting, and I've had that happen maybe 6, 7 times now. Last night something very strange happened during the radio show. I had my headset on and the show had started, and my son came in the door and he said, "Dad, there's someone at the front door that needs to talk to you." And I said, "Well, I'm on the show right now." And he said, "They said they need to talk to you." Well, my son knows you don't open the front door ever. I mean, I'm the only one that's going to open the door. So I go to the front door and this Oriental guy is standing there. And because I have a live radio show going on at that time, I said, I said, "Well, who are you?" And he goes, "My name's Solomon Yu, and I need to talk to you for a few minutes." And I said, "Well, I'm on a live radio show right now, so..." And then I just said, "Well, you know what, just come on back to my office," and I brought him back here. I continued the radio show, and as I continued the show, he was exhibiting strange body language, and as he was doing it, I knew something was not correct here. And so I cut the show off early. Let me interview my guest real quick. Okay, I got someone that stopped by my house. It's a little outside protocol, but that's okay. The Lord led me to let him in. Tell me your name again.
Solomon.
Solomon?
Yeah.
Well, I got Solomon in the office, guys. So I'm going to hang out with Solomon for a while. And then I asked him, I said, "Okay, well, what are you doing here? Why did you show up at my house?" You know, it was uninvited, and I don't just let people come over here. And he began to tell me that, that the Bible was just a theory, and he had seen it as just a theory his whole life. However, that he was wondering why God had not manifested in a person like Jesus Christ. And I'm sitting here just listening to him, and he's sounding very strange. And I knew something was wrong because the Spirit was telling me, And then he said that he was sent by God, and he's been anointed the same as Jesus Christ. And so I said, I said, "Well, hang on a second." I said, "Lord, did you send this guy?" And the Lord showed me unequivocally contrivance, twisting, that he was twisting everything. And I said, I said, "Here's the deal, we're done and you need to go." As soon as I told him that, he manifested demonically right there.
That's right. Your legs will be crippled for 1 month. Listen, you're my servant. You're my servant. See, you both are prideful. Theory, theory, theory. None of you can heal anybody. I'm leaving.
But what happened was, I told him, I said, "Okay, you need to leave." And he started doing this, sounded like an Oriental thing, but it didn't sound like a language. It sounded like fake speaking in tongues in an Oriental way. It's the only way I can describe it. So anyway, I said, "Okay, that's great." And he's sitting there telling me how I'm going to die and God's going to afflict me. I said, "Okay, it's time for you to go." I called 911. I told the police to come over right away. And then I said, "You need to leave." And I escorted this guy to the front door while he was going off the whole time telling me, he would say something like, "Oh, no. God says you must listen to me." And I'm like going, that's not God. God does not react like that. It's not a frantic, hateful thing. That is not the Spirit of the Lord. And so as he was doing this, I walked into the front door, and I told him, "You need to go out the door. You need to leave." And I opened the door, and he turned around, and I was shutting the door. He blocked it with his hand and his foot. And at that time, at that moment when he blocked that front door, I have my son here. My other son's on the way. So at that point, I had to take a defensive position with a lock blade knife to keep this guy from coming into my house. And at that moment, I actually had to take a knife out and get ready to defend myself in my front door.
None of you can heal anybody.
He said that I would be crippled by the end of the day. I wouldn't be able to walk, and that I would be crippled for a month. Well, that hasn't happened, so apparently you're not hearing from God soon. After this whole experience, the police came over. This is what y'all need to hear. This is the reason. I said, "Wow, Lord, why did you let this happen?" This guy showed up at such an unopportune time. I actually let him come back to my office. That's, that could have been bad. And I said, "Why did you let this happen?" And the Lord showed me to show you what's coming. And I was like, "Wow, that's weird." Now check this out. The cops come over, and I tell the cops what's going on, and they go, this is what a cop says. He goes, there's three cops here. One guy comes in the house, and I go, this is really bizarre, and I said, "Check out this video." And he goes, "Wow, that's crazy." He goes, "We have had so many calls in the past week and a half we're overrun with calls of people exhibiting psychotic behavior, psychiatric issues. It's all religious based. I looked at the cup and I go, you're kidding me. And he goes, no, I'm not kidding. The last week and a half, he goes, there's something going on like in the stars. And I looked at him and I go, I can't believe you're saying that, because the show I'm doing on the radio tonight is about comet I saw. And he goes, hey, you know what? I think maybe the gravitational pull of that comet. He goes, I know about that comet. He goes, I think it may be having an effect on the population, not just here, but in Washington and other places. I was sitting there going like, my mouth was hanging open. I was like, are you kidding me? And so, of course, I give them all the information on Mr. Samuel Yu, and they tell me what to do to handle Mr. Yu and any future incidents that come this way. And I said, okay, well, you know, we take care of that. So I'm praying, Lord, do you want me to post this? Do you want me to talk about this? He shows me absolutely warn the people, and I'm like, okay, I'll do what you say. And I said, you know, Lord, I can't do this unless you give me a perfect confirmation that you're trying to show me what's coming. Like, and he's like, the beast is going to be unleashed. That's the monster inside of everyone. You know the scriptures, the days will come where those who kill you think they do God a service. This guy really believes he was sent by God. He told me my legs wouldn't be working by the end of the day. So here it is. This is manifesting all over the place now. It's manifesting. Okay, I want to show you something. I typed in 1/4 of the population will be killed by beasts of the earth. That's what I typed into Google. And I just came down here to prophecy, 4 seal, judgment, pill, horror, death, revelation. And so I click on that, and that takes me to this. I want to show you something. The 4th seal is broken. Learn what will happen during the tribulation period from beginning to end. Okay, well, do you see this picture here? You see that picture? Y'all know that my spiritual gift is to show you those who try and hide their plans turn everything upside down. If you've watched anything I've done, you know this testimony I gave to you about Alex, the guy at Starbucks. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? And I said, the way I know that I'm in the presence of a demonic entity is not just by feeling it or seeing it, is by their body language. Their body language gives it away. You see that image right there? When I told the Lord, I said, I need you to give me a perfect confirmation. Come with me for a second. Follow me. Okay, you see this? I decrypted this. You're looking at, this is the painting Scream by Edward von Munch. This is the same painting that you just looked at on my computer. Okay, the mouth is open, there's the eyes, and the hands on the side of the face. However, it's been conspicuously hidden from your sight, and it's this woman winking. She's winking her eye. Those that wink their eye devise perverse things, they bring evil to pass. Those who hide their plans turn everything upside down. I'm going to turn it upside down, and there's the psychiatric painting Scream. There it is. The same thing you just saw on my computer when I said, Lord, I need a perfect confirmation what's going on. And he told me the beast is about to be unleashed on this earth. So I'm just giving a testimony. You're going to see this guy at my front door. Okay, by the way, my front door is not open to anybody unless I've talked to somebody and agreed that I'll meet you. If anyone has a message from God, you'll just have to keep it to yourself. I have my own relationship with the Lord. I don't need messengers to come give me messages. God gives them to me directly. So if anyone had that in their mind, I'm not here to receive those. I have my own relationship with the Lord. Get ready. Something's coming. I got my confirmation. So that's it. For mighty is your enemy that is risen from within your own borders. Now behold the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing in the holy place where it should not be. Here's the mystery made known to you. You are the holy place of which I speak. And the abomination of desolation shall rise from within the walls of the temple to destroy the temple. For have you not seen, and have you not heard, and has it not been made known to you? Have you not read the scriptures? But when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, they did bear children to them, and the same became mighty men. And has not the sea turned mighty? And the sea shall turn terrible before your very eyes, and the terrible one shall be elevated within the sea. And behold, the man of peace shall come forth from the sea. Barack Hussein Obama. And with words of peace, he will bring chaos and destruction. Behold the fig tree. It puts forth its leaves, and suddenly the time is upon you. The travail begins, and a holy nation is to be born, and it will not stop until that nation is brought forth. This is an appeal from God. It's very serious stuff. A time of travail is coming. The Bible talks about, once the birth pains begin, that's it. It's just like a woman going into travail when her birth pains begin. It doesn't stop until the child is born. Well, a holy nation is about to be born, and that's what this is all about. And it's an appeal from God to you to turn to Jesus Christ.